I would say this is my first experience of it, and I just didn't think about it when I was making it. You'll probably have a more interesting answer. I didn't want to think about it, but I also, it's a shame that it's not staying, but I'm also kind of fine with it. Yeah.
No, I think that's a very honest answer. You know, when you're doing something like this, it's I kind of like it. I mean, Trafalgar Square lasted actually a year, unbelievably, before it completely disappeared. But I intended it to just last a day or a week. I didn't really think it through. But I like that ephemeral nature. I mean, there's certain artists, Anselm Kiefer, for example, uses lead for a specific reason. His work is about mortality, and he's not really, lead has a surprisingly short shelf life. So Kiefer's work will deteriorate and corrode in his own lifetime. He doesn't want it to outlive him. I mean, it's all, what is it? Yeah, everything is ephemeral, isn't it? What do we come with? What do we go with? Everything we're making, And then the whole business of making stuff. I mean, one of my favourite artists is Martin Creed. You don't hear much about him now. He's the guy that made the whole nation froth when he got the Turner Prize for turning the lights on and off in a room. Not that many people know why he did that, because he's really, really concerned about ecology and bringing more stuff. And he was like, I didn't want to bring more stuff, so I just thought I'd turn the lights on and off. He's really, and that whole paper ball thing, he just didn't want to make more stuff. To everything we do is ephemeral. It's just a question of how long.
But the nice thing about artworks, to your point, is that they are unique. I mean, you're not in the production of making handbags in multiples. This isn't a commodity that you're creating. Mm-hmm. So that piece, regardless in a way of how long it lasts, it is just one thing. And I always think that is to bring us back into the art fair context. I freaked out the first time I went to an art fair, because I was just like, it's like the guy, how do you even? And then I had this kind of revelation where you just have to fall in love once. Like, it's just whatever piece that you end up in front of that you connect with, it is a singular relationship, and it is just between you and the painting, or eventually you and the artist if you're lucky to meet them. But it's unique. It's not, nobody else can have that work or that relationship.
No,
and that's kind of magic. I mean,
it is. And I'm very fortunate in this situation. I'm showing with Gallery Olivier Waltman, which are very contemporary here at the fair, and also with Crane Cowman, who show 20th century modern masters and sometimes older pictures. So I get to exist with work that's come through different times. And yes, of course, they're all unique. There's the prints in that respect. But we're all sitting on the shoulders of giants. I know that's a terrible cliche, but it's true. Everything we do, nothing we do is entirely unique, though it is an individual. It's this history. And you hear about artists that just disappear, and then they might come back. Like all creative forms.
Do you have a favourite artist?
Today?
Yeah. Just today, like off the top of
Rose Electra Harris.
Bravo.
Christine Jacobi's
We're all in love with Rose. Definitely. And you can even buy one, if you can't afford one of her paintings, you can buy one of her prints at the Visit Tampa Bay booth, which is just around the corner, where you can also book a trip. But listen, thank you so much for being on the panel today and telling us about your practice and telling us about your home. I really want to visit now, and go and see the mural.
Cuban sandwich.
And go and taste a Cuban sandwich. Sorry, we didn't have one. And thank you to Hannah for setting everything up at the London Art Fair. Hooray.
Thanks for coming.